people, how are you all doing? So a client of mine sent me this tie to make for her for a wedding ashebi. So let me take you guys through the process. This is the fabric we are going to be using. So now we are going to be cutting the satin that I'll be using for the lining. So these are my measurements. First of all, minus my half cut, 18 inches, because my client is tall. So a full length of this dress is going to be 65 inches. So my tape stops at 60 inches. So I added extra 5-inch is allowance to it. I added extra 5 inches to get her full length. So as usual, my first stroke, that's going to be my waist, then the distance from my waist to my hips, then my knee, then obviously the full length. So every measurement, I'm going to be dividing them by 4. So my first chalk is my waist, second my hips, third my knee, while the last one is the full length. So the waist, I divided by 4, I added 2 inches seam allowance to it. I did the same on the hips. So for the knee, what I normally do, I'll use my actual hips measurement without adding any allowance to it. So now we are going to connect all the chalking. So after connecting it, I'm going to cut it out. After cutting it, I'll also use it to cut the back. To cut the front. Because this one that I folded 2 inches in is the back. So obviously that 2 inches, like I said before, is for my zipper allowance and then for the slit. So I'm going to notch the midpoint. So now I'm going to place it to cut my lace. So this is me after sewing it out. This is it. After cutting it out, so this is how I'm going to be placing it. And I'll place my lining on top of the lace. So after sewing it out, this is the outcome. So now we're going to be cutting the back. That's my shoulder measurement I'm taking. Then my bust measurement. As usual, we're going to be adding 2 inches allowance to both the bust and the waist. Then the shoulder, I only added 1 inch allowance to it. So we're also going to connect everything like so. So my neckline, because it's turtled neck, I use 2 by 3 inches. Then 1.5 inch for my shoulder slope. So this is the final finishing of the back. So this is for the breast. This is for the bustier of the front. So after coupling my bustier, I'm going to be trimming it, cutting out the sweetheart bust region, just the way it is on the picture that was sent to me. Now to get this back, the down part of my bustier, I used my last cup measurement. So after cutting it out, I did my padding. So now this one that I cut out, I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to use it to cut another one. The reason why I will not be using it because of those joinings. So I'm going to be cutting a fresh one. So from here, I'm going to be slanting it. You can see where I chalk with white. So that place indicates my waistline for the back. I use the back measurement to chalk out that front. So I'm going to cut it out. So you use the back waistline to cut the front in order for the back and the front to be equal while shaping it. So because I'm not going to be putting bone, I'll just use it to trim out the front to get this V cut. Then I'll couple them, like sew it together, just like so. So this is for my turtleneck. I made it just 2 inches. I made the length just 2 inches. Then for the wideness, I measured my neck measurement. Guys, this is it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be marking out where I'm going to be tacking my piping beads on the waist. You can see I marked it, but it's not that clear. It's not visible. So guys, this is the final finishing of our Ashebi dress. You can see my client rocking it. You can see it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.